Alright guys, time for a Subaru Owners Tip for an EA82. First thing you want to do is get all the sand off the air cleaner. You don't want all that sand in the carburetor. Alright, second thing, take off the air cleaner. Got 3 little screws on the top. Just simply undo all of them. Now make sure you put those nuts where you can't find them. Alright, now remove the lid of the air cleaner, put that somewhere safe. Like I said, you don't want to get sand in there, so turn it upside down, put it on your spare wheel. Okay, inside here we have an air cleaner. Now usually, look at that, full of sand. You don't want that, so bang that out somewhere and put that somewhere safe as well. Alright. Now we have problems with sand getting into the air cleaner, and what happens then is it goes down to the carburetor, blocks everything up, so your Subi won't idle properly, won't run properly, it won't give you power when you want it. Now particularly in a sticky situation, like I've been in a few times, you don't want that. So here, I'm going to show you how to prevent sand getting into your carby. Step 1, very simply, go to your nearest auto shop and buy a pod filter. Simply use the original factory rubber thingy that connects to the inner guard with this plastic thingy. Just hose clamp it on there, alright? Simple as that. Make sure it's nice and tight and Bob's your uncle. Moving up to the air cleaner, it still has sand in it. After all this time, it's been going really, really well, but it still has sand in it. Look at that. Terrible stuff, terrible, terrible. So, what you want to do to fix this problem is this. There's a little hole just here, and what happens is then, when the fan is running, it flings up sand straight up into this little drain hole and blocks your air cleaner. Now nobody wants that. Nobody wants sand in their carburetor. Experienced people know that it's shit. Simply the only way of putting it. So what I did to prevent this is this thing here, this little white foam thing. It's just simply an earbud, like one of those ear foam things to block out noise when old farts are sleeping. So just roll one of them up and whack them in the little hole, and that'll prevent sand from getting in or out. So you probably have to get the vacuum cleaner in here if you've already got sand in there, but I highly recommend that you do that before you get sand in it like I did. Otherwise you're constantly banging the carburetor until it's quite right. Another thing is to make sure this little valve foam thing's clean. Now mine's not, because it's previously got sand in it before I put that little foam bud in. I've done that this morning. And that is a breather for all your oil lines and rocker covers. If that gets blocked, oil's going to send up through the carburetor, get sucked down there with all the sand and everything else with it, and you don't want that. It's going to burn oil, it's going to burn sand, it's going to blow your rings, and it's going to do all sorts of shit. You're going to have a terrible time. And also with the EA82, make sure these hoses, all these air hoses are nice and tight, no cracks, nothing like that. Otherwise you're going to have your engine running like shit. That's just a simple way of putting it. I'm not going to go into further detail. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed your Subaru Owners Tip today, and stay tuned for more, because I'm pretty sure there'll be more coming up knowing this thing. It's only me bash bus, but all is well, goes really well, and people are amazed on where I can put the friggin' thing. So, always remember, keep your air cleaner clean, do those couple of little modifications, you won't have any dramas whatsoever. Alright guys, keep cruising. Cheers.